What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right, going to talk Deontay Wilder and the Final Four. Huge promotion for the fight for Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale, which is taking place, I believe, May 18th. There will probably wind up having been 18, 19 million people, somewhere between 16 and 19 million people who watched that interview, who got introduced to Deontay Wilder if they didn't already know him. Deontay Wilder's the A-side in this U.S. market, and it's going to even get more the case. Now, before I get into this conversation and rub it in a little bit, I want to welcome you back to the channel's subscribers. If you are not subscribed, find the subscription button on your screen. Click the subscription button, then hit the bell icon. After you do that, you'll be notified of when we release more videos, which we do pretty much on a daily basis. And also when we do our live streams, Monday through Friday, start time between 10:45 to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Also, check out the morning show we do on Sundays, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, OG Boxing Talk. Check out the Patreon as well. So let's chop it up about this. Deontay Wilder, as we know, is the American heavyweight champion. He's the longest reigning heavyweight champion in boxing. He is the second longest by, I think, maybe a week less, but the second longest reigning champion in all of boxing. And he was interviewed in the Final Four. Now, I guess I have to tell people what the Final Four is if you're not from the United States, but it is college basketball's championship tournament. And it's the final four teams that are still competing in it. Monday is the finals. So Saturday was 2 games, Sunday's the final. So while this Final Four was going on, Deontay Wilder was interviewed. He was talked about the double dribble that took place with Virginia and how Auburn got robbed. All that good old stuff that I don't really care about because I'm a boxing fan and I don't spend a whole lot of time with college basketball. But being from America, I know that there are some pretty big events that happen every year. In basketball, the 2 biggest are the NBA Finals and the NCAA Final Four. There's also the Super Bowl. There's also the World Series. Those are pretty much the biggest sporting events that you're going to have in the United States. Final Four, NBA Finals, Super Bowl. Did I say that twice? Super Bowl, Final Four, NCAA Finals, and baseball's World Series. Happens every year. Huge sporting events. The focus of American sports fans are there. So the focus of American sports fans last night, and like I said, 18 to 20 million of them, were on the eyes of Deontay Wilder. Now, would they have been there if Deontay Wilder had signed with DAZN? Probably not, because last I checked, DAZN doesn't air the Final Four. CBS airs the Final Four. And for those that don't know, Showtime is owned by CBS. So, when Shelly Finkel and Deontay Wilder said that they want exposure to the American market, where people like Floyd Mayweather Jr. have made $250 million in a fight. One fight. People like Manny Pacquiao have earned over $100 million in one fight. Not 5 fights hidden on a network that nobody's heard of and nobody watches. But on pay-per-view, once you become well known enough to be recognized by the sports world as an attraction. Now, while he's out there, he's with people like Dr. Dre, Charles Barkley, other people in his community that know who he is, know him as the heavyweight champion of the world, and who are going to come to his fights and are going to support him, just like over 1 million people have already been doing for all of his fights that have been on Showtime. And I'm thinking somewhere close to 1.5 million people. I wouldn't be surprised if 2 million people watched his next fight on Showtime. And that, my friend, is what sets you up in America to be a mega star in America. And when you are a mega star in America, $100 million, or what is it? Over 5 fights. Well, is it 3 fights? $33 million. That's not Floyd Mayweather Jr. money. That is Evander Holyfield back in 2001 money. So I know you guys out there from the UK who don't know anything who know very little about America and specifically the sports cultures in America. Exposure is what gets you there. The fact that there are basketball players that make as much money, I mean, geez, they're the highest paid athlete. They're some of the highest paid athletes in the world that are on free American TV. Now, boxing is slightly different because boxing doesn't pull in a lot of advertisers in the United States. Well, actually now they do because the PBC is on Fox and ESPN, they're on ESPN as well. So it's going more that way. But Deontay Wilder being the heavyweight champion and being a guy that has spectacular knockouts that people want to see, he has a significant chance. And I think it's a solid bet for him to say, I think that by having more people know who I am and more people seeing me fight and watching me knock out guys like Dominic Breazeale in highlight fashion, that might make them more interested and get them willing to pay $75, $80 for my pay-per-view fight. Now, do you think that is somebody going to be interviewing Anthony Joshua in the ESPN during the Final Four, or Tyson Fury during the Final Four? No, they're not. So anyway, man, I'm just enjoying this because I've been trying to tell people, and there's I'm not alone. A lot of people have been telling other people for years, look, man, people know who Deontay Wilder is, and Deontay Wilder doesn't need to go to the UK to become and face Anthony Joshua in order to grow his name. All he needs is the support of his own community. He needs the support of his own country. And once he gets that, he's going to be fine, and then everybody else is going to have to come to him. And that's where we are right now. I'm looking forward to the time when people just give up this idea that Anthony Joshua is the A-side in a fight with Deontay Wilder. The money is in the United States for that fight. And Deontay Wilder is the American heavyweight champion. He is the one with the most name recognition and the biggest fan base in the market that the fight will earn the most money in. It doesn't even make sense to me anymore that a fight between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua would even happen in the UK. They would be taking a 50%, they would probably be taking a 50% pay cut across the board, promoters and fighters, to make that happen. And that is the truth. That's not even debatable. But the more Deontay Wilder is featured on, the Final Four, as he gets more and more known, when you have ESPN saying that he is one of the top 50 most famous athletes in the world, that's telling you something. It's time. If Anthony Joshua and you UK fans really want to take over United States, you want to take over boxing, tell Anthony Joshua to cut that 50-50, and he needs to hurry up and cut that deal at 50-50. Because right now, dude, it's starting to look more and more like a 60-40 for Deontay Wilder. Because nobody knows not a lot of people know Anthony Joshua in the United States. And his momentum is stagnating. He doesn't even have momentum. It's just stagnating. You have an artificially inflated value by the company that is selling him that's just going to pay for the fight. But anyway, we'll see what's happening with that. I'm out. Peace.